Bavarians are proud of their state and traditions. Have you ever wondered if the Bavarians still harbor a royal flame in their hearts? Today, we explore the question, are the Bavarians ready for a Wittelsbach comeback? And a bit of history as well, so when you go visit Bavaria, you feel like you know a bit more history than average traveler. So we will talk about Bavarian history, who is the current heir to the Bavarian throne, and finally, we'll look at survey results. So let's start. Bavaria's history starts with early Celtic settlers like Boii and spans centuries to its current status as a substantial state in the Federal Republic of Germany. Once a stem duchy, in the 6th century, Bavaria was incorporated into the Holy Roman Empire and at one point stood as an independent kingdom. By the 1st century BC, Bavaria has been conquered and absorbed into Roman Empire, forming the provinces of Raetia and Noricum. Subsequently, Bavaria fell under Frankish control, most likely without much resistance. The Franks used this region as a strategic buffer against eastern tribes like Avars and the Slavs, and it served as a rich source of manpower for their armies. Around year 550 AD, they established a local administrative authority, assigning a duke, either of Frankish origin or selected from the regional leading families, to govern on the Frankish king's behalf. A significant shift occurred in 1180 AD when Emperor Frederick I granted the duchy to Otto of the Wittelsbach family in response to Henry the Lion falling under an imperial ban. Originating from the counts of Scheiern, the Wittelsbach dynasty would govern Bavaria uninterrupted until 1918. Moreover, they acquired the electorate of the Palatinate in 1214. The Kingdom of Bavaria existed from 1805 to 1918, was helmed by hereditary Wittelsbach rulers who held the title King of Bavaria. This marked the second instance of Bavaria being a kingdom, 1,000 years after the Carolingian Kingdom of Bavaria. Following the Treaty of Pressburg on 26th of December 1805, which saw the elevation of several Napoleonic allies to kingdoms, Maximilian IV Joseph, the Prince Elector of Bavaria and staunch Napoleon supporter, formally became King Maximilian I Joseph of Bavaria on 1st of January 1806. Maximilian's descendants strongly resisted German nationalism and safeguarded smaller states in the German Confederation, which felt threatened by the dominant forces of Prussia and Austria. Under the 1870 treaty, Bavaria joined the newly formed German Empire but retained a high degree of autonomy. Bavarian kings maintained their titles and distinct diplomatic and military bodies. However, the reign of the Wittelsbach dynasty ended in November 1918 when the German Empire was abolished post-World War I and the last king of Bavaria, Ludwig III, was dethroned. Currently, the figurehead of the former ruling family of the Kingdom of Bavaria is Franz Bonaventura Adalbert Maria Herzog von Bayern, more commonly known as His Royal Highness, the Duke of Bavaria. The order of succession for this family's leadership is outlined in the 1818 Constitution of the Kingdom of Bavaria. The rules of succession state that inheritance of the crown follows the principle of primogeniture and agnatic succession, passing along to the male descendants of the royal house. The rule of succession is further detailed in Title V of the Bavarian Royal Family Statute in 1819. However, adjustments have been made over the years. For instance, Crown Prince Ruprecht, with consent of the House other members, modified the House laws in 1948 and 1949 allowing sons of princes who had married into comital houses to succeed. Subsequently, in 1999, Duke Franz made further amendments, again with the agreement of the other house members, to allow sons of any princes who had wed with the permission of the family's head to be eligible for succession. Despite being the current head, Franz has remained unmarried. Therefore, the presumptive heir to the Wittelsbach family leadership is his brother, Prince Max, Duke of Bavaria. However, given that Max only has daughters and no sons, he is succeeded in the line of succession by his and Franz's first cousin, also their second cousin via the male lineage, Prince Luitpold. In our surveys, we were exploring the sentiments toward the monarchism in Bavaria and understanding how Bavarians today perceive the idea of reinstating the monarchy. Surprisingly, 37% of those surveyed indicated a degree of dissatisfaction with the present political system, and close to half, 49%, felt that they were not adequately represented. Bavarians hold democracy in high regard. This suggests that while they value the democratic system, there is a sense of dissatisfaction regarding its implementation. Looking deeper, we found that a significant 33% of participants expressed their support for reinstatement of the monarchy, 4.6% were unsure, and 62.8% were against. And if the monarchy were to be brought back, the majority, 42%, believe it should play a ceremonial role. A minority of 12% envision the monarch wielding executive power, whereas another 42% feel the monarchy should not play any role at all in Bavaria. This sets opposition to monarchy restoration in Bavaria between 42% when proposing an executive role for the monarch and 62.4% when an executive role is excluded. We must remember that the House of Wittelsbach governed and shaped Bavaria for an impressive span of 738 years until the emergence of the German Republic. So I pose the question to you all. Should we see the resurgence of the Wittelsbachs as the monarchs of Bavaria? Shout out to our patrons. Your support is deeply appreciated. Enjoy your exclusive access to our monarchy report with it in 10 republics. To those not yet on board, join us today for exciting behind-the-scenes content and exclusive insights. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.